verse says, "Wilt thou not revive us again, that thy people may rejoice in thee?" The author of this psalm has once seen the supernatural move of God, has once experienced the mighty presence of God. He has once experienced the glory of God. So he knew what it means when God's glory comes down. He knew what it means when the glory of God overshadow a man. He knew what it means when the glory of God fill the temple. He knows when the presence of the Lord is inside a man. He knows when the presence of Jehovah surround a man. But this man now discover that all this experience has stopped. The sanctuary is now dry. There is no glory of God in the temple again. The presence of the Lord is no longer being felt. Instead of infilling of the Spirit, there is an emptiness. Instead of the move of God's power, there is powerlessness. Instead of God's people exercising their authority, they are running away from their enemy. And so this man discovered as something has happened. He was no longer in the place he used to be. Once upon a time, he used to be in a place of power. He used to be in a place of authority. The enemy cannot dare him. They can't dare to come into his dream. They can't dare to confront him or to challenge him. But now he discovered the people of God have lost touch with God. You see, when a man have lost touch with God, that life become empty. That life become powerless. That life become useless. The reason why we could have light, it is because the plug is connected to the generator. The moment you remove the generator, the plug from the generator, there's going to be darkness. So when a man has lost touch with God, his paths become dark. His ways become dark. He will begin to make decisions without knowing if they are proper decisions. He will begin to take steps without knowing if those steps are right steps, because he has lost touch with God. And so this man discovered that an empty life cannot be managed. A life that has lost touch with Jehovah cannot be managed. A life that has lost touch with God is a life that will flee before the enemy. It's a life that will struggle under the feet of the devil. So instead of faking the presence of God, instead of pretending that God is still in his temple, instead of pretending that the glory of God is still there, this man discovered that the only way to walk in power, the only way to overcome the enemy, the only way to walk in authority is to go back to the drawing board, is to go back and be reconnected to God. So this is